So we have got from Tamil Nadu one person also. His name is Father John. He's I think his church father. Looks like that. Okay. So today's topic will be, yeah, all of you can pay attention here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So today's topic is going to be more of getting to know each other, because this is going to be a 7-day program. In the 7-day program, I need to customize the part, based on your requirement. Because it's a small number, it is easy to do that. Supposing it was a big number, some 50, 60 people and all, if they were there, then it would have been difficult for me to ask each and every one of them and then do that. Then I would have come with my plan. Okay, in any way, I have got my plan to do that. My plan versus your requirement. If it can merge together, then this 7-day period will be very nice for both of us.
Yes.
What I will try to do now is to first understand. I will give you a little bit, about what I am going to share, do in the 7-day program. First, you will try to understand that. Then we will get into discussion. Okay, I'll show you that first. So what I am going to, how the course is going to be structured is this way. Okay. One is, what are the current challenges being faced by NGOs, according to me. In this, there could be mutual discussion and agreement, consensus, and then based on that, we will move, we will accept and we will move forward. Then I'll cover up the legal document requirements, what you have and what you don't have. We will try to understand that. Various fundraising opportunities that are available, I'll touch on those subjects. What new projects you can look for. This is very much, required for all of you, based on what you are going to tell me, because only 3 people are there. Fourth person also is going to be there, Father John. Then project proposal submissions, how it has to be done. What are the big funding opportunities available? CR funding principles, CSR funding principles. How do you create digital systems? So in this, if you don't have social media marketing activity, then you are almost out of NGO sector. You should be very active in this. So for that, I'm going to teach you on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. These 3. There are many others also in social media, Pinterest and all those things are there. A lot of things are there, but those are currently not required. But these 3 are very much required for all of you. Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So we will create all that. We will try to create that system, and so that idea is, once this digital system is available, then what happens after that? You have to set up some systems whereby money will keep coming, right? You will only focus on programs. So money issue will not be there. In order not to have that money issue, you need to create a system. That system will keep generating funds for you. So funds will come from various sources. Like, I think most of you would have been dependent on government grants. And some of you who have been smart enough in utilizing the public donations have been able to raise to an extent. Now, whoever has raised that, we will try to scale up how it can go beyond what you are currently doing, right? Whoever has not started raising funds from the general public, how do we get the fund without any stress, without any problem? A system has to be created. That system will keep doing the job. Your Facebook, your YouTube, your Instagram, or your employees, or your fundraising employees for you. Okay, they will do the job of raising funds. You have to only create that system and keep it ready. So is that clear? So just imagine if this happens and everyday flow of fund is coming to you, how beautiful it will be. Correct? So this is precisely what I'm going to do. I'm going to teach you on that. Then we have to register registration to Give India and CSR Box. This is very important, which is the prime focus that last week when I did the webinar I told you. We will get into that. Then we will create one Fuel a Dream crowdfunding page. In this page, once it is created, for next 30 days time, we will keep a target of 1.5 lakhs and raise that fund. How to raise that fund? I'll be creating that system for one NGO. The others will follow and do that. If others also want help, then supposing there is time availability, I will try to do it. Okay. In case it is not, we will do it separately. But for that, extra payment has to be made, which I have told you that it is about another 2,000 rupees extra you may have to do in case you want my help in creating that for you also. Other two. Okay, but that will be done not during the class hours. After the class hours, we can do that. Okay, whatever is there in the 7-day program, I will finish that part and subsequently we can take up the other people's job. Okay, now there is no hurry. We will do Aram se karenge. Then I'm going to discuss about mentorship program. Okay, so in the mentorship program, basically, I will be looking at a minimum. Supposing you have a requirement of, let's say, about 10 to 15 lakhs, anything less than 15 lakhs requirement for you during this year will not be useful for mentorship program. Anything above 15 lakhs, even up to 1 crore, 1.5 crores, 2 crores, is okay. Up to that is fine. But the base minimum should be 10 to 15 lakhs should be the requirement. For that, you should be mentally prepared. You should be well equipped. You should be ready to spend money on marketing and fundraising activities. If you do all that during this mentorship program, we will ensure that that happens for you. That is developed for you. And this mentorship program will be for 1 year, where you will be, we will meet each other every week once. Every week once we will meet, and that during that period when we are meeting, a new opportunity will be created. You will be implementing that. During the implementation process, in case you are facing any problem, I am available over phone and WhatsApp and all that to clarify those doubts. Apart from that, every week we will meet for 1 hour and get into understanding about how it has progressed. If there has been issues, we will address those issues. And this is how the program will go on. Means mentorship program will go on. So it will not be one activity. There will be multiple activities. There will be project proposal writing. We will submit to some government bodies how to go about doing that. It requires proposal preparation. So how do we prepare the proposal? All those mentorship guidance will be there from my side for you to see. About that, I will be explaining in the last day of the program. I will be explaining. Then any other topics which has been covered here. Apart from this, if you want any other topics to be covered during the 7 days, you can tell me, and we can move ahead, and I'll explain to you. Okay, this is what briefly it is going to be. Okay, sounds good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, no problem.
Sounds good. The plan is okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Father John Sundar, you have been able to connect yourself to the program? Father, can you speak, Father John? So you have a microphone issue. Can you chat? Can you hear me? Father John, can you hear me?
I'm hearing.
You're able to hear me?
Sometimes sound is not coming.
Yeah, you can chat and say that whether you are able to hear me or not. Okay. So now can I understand from each one of you, your activities, what you are currently doing? So I will start with, let's say, Chandransu Hajra. Okay, you can tell me about what programs you are doing, how long you have been there in the NGO sector, what are the challenges you are facing, and all that you can tell me.
Actually, sir, Our NGO, we have registered our NGO in 2007, and we are working in the field of healthcare sector.
Health.
By profession, I am an optometrist. Yeah, by profession, I am an optometrist actually. That's why we usually we do program on eye care, eye donation, blood donation, yeah, health camp, or eye camps and all that. Eye camps, spectacles, free spectacles, free operation. That's our main thing actually.
Okay.
And we did it for a low cost. Actually, we didn't get any fund from others, and we don't even try actually.
You are not right. Okay. What do you do in the
Yeah.
in the camp? And you are creating an awareness, is it?
Yeah. Awareness and at the same time check up.
What is the awareness you are creating about eyes? Eyes. What is the issue? What is that you are trying to
Actually,
say?
awareness. Most of the time we are doing eye checkup camp and cataract operation.
Eye check.
We arrange cataract operations free of cost. We arrange cataract operations, cataract surgeries
Okay.
free of cost.
Okay. But why are you doing this, and from where are you getting this support?
Actually, we are associated with some other organizations. They are doing free of cost operations, and by doing camp, we select patients, and who need operations, cataract surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, that's our main thing. And now we and that time we don't even don't get any support fund or anything. But now we are planning to have one eye hospital where we can.
Can you do one thing? Can you remove that headphone and then talk without the headphone? Just remove that headphone. Yeah. That is creating some little disturbance.
Hello.
Yeah, now it's better. Yeah. So my question is, you see, the objective is what? What is the objective? You must be having two objectives for this. One is, you said somebody else is doing the operation free of cost. Correct?
Yes. Yeah.
You are doing because you're an optometrist. You have a spectacle showroom or something like that. You have a business.
Yeah.
Do you have a business?
Hello.
Do you have a business of spectacle showroom, optical showroom?
Yeah, I have that. But usually I'm giving to my patients at a very low cost. Actually.
So no optical showroom.
I can arrange that.
No optical showroom you are doing to give for the general public, right?
Yeah.
General public where people come, they pay money, they get their eye tested from you, and then they buy a specs and then go, right?
Yeah. Yes.
That job is being done by you as a business, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, as a service, what you are trying to do is you are going to the city limits, right? I mean, sorry, villages and all that, and you are conducting some eye camps there. And whoever requires operation and all that, you are able to connect with some operation.
Any kind of service related to eye, we are giving actually.
You are doing
health related services also.
Okay, but what is the objective behind doing this activity? What is your ultimate goal? Why are you doing this? For what, sir? For what pleasure and for what joy you are doing this?
To serve the very needy people who sometimes they cannot pay for the services. They cannot buy spectacles. They really become blind for not doing the operation at the right time.
Hmm.
That service we are giving, and the awareness. They usually don't go to the eye clinic, or they usually don't go to the hospital for their problems,
Hmm.
and we aware them, and we operate them also, arrange them for cataract surgery. And now we are planning to have our own hospital,
Okay.
that we can do it for them free.
Yeah. Agreed. Now I
What
understood. So hospital
what
creation is now your objective. You need an hospital. You have a land for that? Do you have a land, or
no, nothing.
are you planning to buy any existing hospital,
We-
or are you going to construct?
we are planning- Sorry, sir.
No, are you going to construct hospital, or are you going to purchase any existing hospital, or what is your plan?
No. We are planning to acquire some land first.
Okay. All right. Understood.
For a hospital.
Understood. I understood your program. Okay. Now, what is you
Yes.
you require funds for what purpose? For constructing hospital?
Sorry, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what about land? What about land? Land, how will you get land?
Buy actually.
You are planning to buy?
E-
No.
Yeah, I'm planning, but fund is not there, and that's a problem.
Correct. You see,
And
you need to understand one thing. Construction of hospital, okay?
yes,
Construction of hospital with an objective, fund can be raised. Fund can be raised. There is no issue on that. Okay. But land procurement, fund cannot be raised. Nobody will give you fund. Procurement of land. Procurement of land is something which you should have, or there must be a trust which is already ready to partner with you and then give that land for you to construct a hospital. Otherwise, if you are going to buy a private land, or you need to apply to the government, government will give you a revenue site. Okay, revenue site means it will be at subsidized price. It will not be at the market price. It will not be at the market price. Government will give you land as a revenue site for which you have to pay.
that can happen.
Yeah, for which you have to pay.
Yeah, that's not an issue, but
Yeah, if a government,
it's a subsidized rate.
yeah, if government sanctions,
Yeah.
if government is willing to give you site,
Yeah.
okay, then whatever money
Yes,
that is required for that particular land, that money can be raised from the public. That is possible, because you can say that government has given us land. Now we need to construct. This is our purpose. We are going to give free service to people. So we need funds to construct the hospital. Okay. When you say that, then that is acceptable. Then we can do that. So you have to keep these two things in mind. Okay. Then I'll come back to your issue, and then how do we resolve that and all that. During the 7-day program, we'll be interacting. I'll tell you about that. Okay. Okay.
One more thing, sir. One more thing, actually. It's, apart from healthcare service, actually, we are planning to do some food packets for street children, and we are staying nearby station. Actually, it's nearby Sirampur station. Research station is there. Two railway station is there, and near about 50 to 100 people who are staying on the station actually, and we want to support it food for them, and it's sometimes we plan for that, and we talk to our nearby restaurants that extra food, if they can give us, we can distribute the food for that people.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, I got your point. I got your
our
point.
plan, but how to implement that we can't understand, and that
I'll tell
is
you.
necessary.
Yeah, I'll tell you. But one thing you
But
should.
we want to do that also.
Yeah, you see, an NGO can do multiple things. Anything that you want to do, you can do. But
Yeah,
there must be a strong reason behind that. See, there must be some connectivity also. Like for example, my main focus area is into I, right? Is into
yeah,
I
yes,
because you have a background about that,
yes,
and then you want to concentrate on the I part of it, and you should try and progress in the same area rather than diverting your attention from what you have been doing to something which is not related to your focus area. Like for example, food distribution is not your focus area. It is
mhm,
you are adding additional service to
yes,
your NGO. Additional service, that is what you are asking
yes,
for. This is okay, provided you are a wealthy person, you have lot of money in hand, right? Even if nobody comes forward and helps you, you are ready to provide this service to people, then it is fine. Okay. But when you are dependent on donation, right? On donation, on fund grant, on government grant and all that, the first question anybody will ask
yes,
you is that, why do you want to do that when you are actually when you are actually doing something related to I, why do you want to do this is what people will ask you. Okay, keep
yes,
this in mind. Keep this in mind. I'm not actually discarding your idea of going ahead with that program, but keep this in mind. Okay, I'll move on to the next person and ask what is he has to say. Gokul Nanda Oja.
Sir.
Yeah. Now you tell me what is
Uh,
the program you are doing, and what is the support that you have been getting so far, and what do you want in future?
Sir, actually, we have started this NGO India Development Project
Huh.
In 1989,
Okay.
and we have started working in a small village called Melang, which is only 15 kilometers from this place. Today I am here in Akupa, and Melan is 15 kilometers from this place. This is our project area. And when we started the work, we saw some nomadic Mankidia tribal people who are living with small shanties, leaf huts,
Okay.
and they were catching monkeys and collecting roots and tubers from the forest and managing their livelihood.
They were what?
And
What they were doing? Monkeys. What they were doing?
Monkeys, they were taking monkey place.
Okay.
And collecting roots and tubers from the forest, and they were managing their livelihood from this monkey place and roots and tubers from the forest.
Oh,
that was in 1991.
Okay.
The case was in 1991, and I started interacting. I was very newly came to that place. I started interacting with them, and gradually they agreed with me to stay there permanently. Okay. And we link those people with the government, block office, DRDA, and state government, and some houses were constructed for them under this IAY scheme, Indira Awas scheme. Okay. And gradually, slowly, they got this voter card, Aadhaar card, this job card, all this they got. Nowadays, they are rehabilitated and they are in the mainstream. They have totally given up this monkey catching, and collecting roots and tubers. Now they are living like a human being, a general human being.
Okay.
And in our second attempt, we saw some families who were living beneath the tree. They were from the Sitari and Malar tribal community.
Okay.
And they were collecting the fruits that means the thrown away foods of the devotees near the Tarin temple.
Okay.
It draws our attention, and we started to interact with them, and we have decided to rehabilitate them and educate their children. And we have also shared during our Bangalore tour with you, and actually you have given us some funds to start this program. And during this, when we started this work with this district administration, also they were supporting us. Even 2 times the district collector has also visited our center and our feeding center also. But when Mamta passed away, I was very actually what I want to say.
You were shocked and you could not proceed further.
Yes, yeah. Sir. And but that center is linked with the NCLP school, but we could not able to provide them free food midday meal like this, and we are still in the. We have taken the decision to anyhow we have to bring these children into the mainstream, and we will educate them, and the whole community will be rehabilitated like the Mankidia tribal.
Okay.
Second thing.
Yeah. So have you worked out what is the kind of fund requirement you need for this?
Sir, we have just started, and after the Mamta passed away, I was
okay.
Mentally,
now
I was not.
For both Chandransu, Hajra, and Gokulnanda, tonight your exercise is going to be. You should have. It need not be perfect. It version 1 is better than nothing.
Sure.
Okay, so you can do something, prepare something,
sure.
And tomorrow when you are coming and meeting us, come with a requirement, fund requirement. What is the fund that I would be requiring to, if at all I want to do this, right? You have certain plans. That plan, if it has to be executed, you need funds. How much funds is required for that? And there must be a clear-cut breakup of this thing. As I told you, it need not be 100% perfect. It can be a sort of a guesswork only. Oh, this much I require, but for this I require this much. Like that, you work out, break out, and then
tonight I will work out, sir.
Yeah, tonight you work out. Chandransu, you also work out as to, in order to purchase a site and then construct this thing, and when are you going to complete this, how much funds you require, that you can clearly mention about it. Father John, can you
besides that, sir, 1 minute. Besides that, since last 3 years, we are implementing one program of IRI, International Rice Research Institute, through another Bhubaneswar-based NGO.
Okay.
But this year, due to lockdown, they have stopped this program in Odisha.
Okay.
That is a agriculture program, sir. And plantation, regarding plantation, this is a continuous program. We do plantation, nursery raising and plantation every year. This year, during this great lockdown, we have raised some 3,000 seedlings, Kaju, Acacia, Gamari, and we have already transplanted the seedlings in village, Devripasi, Akupan, and Melan village, sir.
Okay.
Only 3,000 we have raised with our own fund. This is already transplanted. Other intercultural operation and other works are will be done very soon. This is a regular program, sir.
Very nice. Father John, can you speak? Can you unmute and speak? Yeah.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for this meeting. We have a small NGO, sir. In 2015, we have started.
Stay in one place. Stay in
15 we started, sir, already.
Yeah, I request you to stay in one place and then speak, because if you walk, then there will be disturbance. Don't walk. Just stand in one place and speak.
Already I met you, sir.
I know. Yeah. English is better because everybody should understand.
English.
Yeah, English is better. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Once I came and met you last year about me, and I explained about our work also. I'm
Right.
a Catholic priest. Small work we are doing, which means helping the women, helping the children education.
Mm.
Small work we are doing, but we want to continue our work further.
Okay.
Uh,
So when
so
you
we
when
have
you
the
met
plan
me,
to put up the.
yeah, when you met me first time, did you get any support from me?
Yes, sir. Surely, I thank you for your support. I got support from you. You have provided 8,000 rupees to give the food to the small children. So I gave them, and they are also so happy. Which means that children in village they semi often, which means they do not have father or mother. Like this, we have collected 70 children, and I gave them food for only one afternoon. So they are so happy. That program, if you continue again and again, it will be very for our children, those who are around us.
Yeah, we wanted to continue, but after that you went to Africa.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah,
After,
I also
after
conveyed.
that,
So I
after
went for my
that,
mission.
uh,
I went for my mission, and there also in South Sudan, I also helped them, which means a service as a mass celebrating mass for them, and a small worker. We went and strengthened them because there a lot of wars are going on now.
hmm.
Uh, Before 5 years only, they got freedom. So they're settling themselves, and the government also
Hmm.
settling themselves. And we also help those who are sick, which means malaria. There will be people will die, and war, people will die on the road. So we'll take them and cemetery, and we will bury them. That is the things we are doing as a Catholic priest. That is a small ministry we have. Our team went, which means 10 of our priests went there, and 1 year we served them. And again, I back to India. I reached India. Now I am in Tamil Nadu,
You are going to be in
in
India now, or
Viluppuram.
you are going to go
So
back
here
to
I want to
Africa?
continue.
You are going to be in
Sir?
India. You are going to be in India for a couple of years now.
Yes, sir. I will be in India sometime if they call for to go in African country, whatever they call, I have to go. So I cannot deny. When they call, I have to go for mission.
Okay. Now, what is your plan? What
I
do you
may
want to
be
do?
here 1 year or 2 year. I do not.
Yeah. What do you want to do now?
Can you hear me, sir?
Well, yeah, I can hear you. What do you want to do now?
Hello.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Here we want to help the children, street children. We want to give them food, education,
Okay.
like this, and the women also. Those who are widow, we will give some life needs like food and small work, and they themselves will grow and they themselves will develop.
Okay. Very good.
This is what we do, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Father John.
There,
All the three of you have got your
yes,
legal documents in place, your trust deed or society or
yes, sir.
whatever,
Yes,
Yes,
I
sir.
have.
all that. What about 80G, 12A?
Sir, we have 12A, but we
Voice is
don't have
not audible,
80G.
sir.
You got anybody? You have got FCRA also.
Yes, sir. We have FCRA.
You have
Uh,
FCRA.
we
Okay.
don't have FCRA.
You don't have FCRA. John,
No, but 80G is there.
80G and
80,
12A is there.
yeah.
Sir, we
Father
have
John, you have
12.
FCRA.
Yes, sir. We have FCRA and 12A.
Okay. 80G also.
Voice is
No,
not
we don't have
audible, sir.
anything.
Voice is not
80G,
audible,
why you
sir.
don't have?
We
Why?
have
What?
not applied.
For problem also.
When you applied
Voice
for
is not
12A,
audible here.
no, when you applied for 12A, why you didn't apply for 80G? It can be done. It could have been done at the same time.
Yes, sir, but we have not applied.
Nobody guided you. You got it from somebody's help.
No, directly we have applied.
You applied directly.
Sir,
Can you immediately apply for 80G? Immediately, it is required. Okay. Now Now it's fine. ATG is for donors who wants to donate money. They will ask.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they will ask for ATG. Okay, 12A is very good. You've
Yeah.
taken. See, supposing you have taken ATG, but you have not taken 12A, that would have been dangerous. Okay, but 12A you have taken because you are exempted from paying tax to income tax.
Sure.
Otherwise, if 12A is not there, whatever revenue comes, you have to pay income tax. Now that
Sure.
is exempted. That part is taken care of. But ATG is must for people to donate, and then they will
Mhm.
ask for ATG certification. Now I can't create a Fuel a Dream crowdfunding page because you don't have ATG.
Sure.
Yeah. So therefore, you quickly apply for ATG tomorrow itself. Okay. Take it as an assignment, take it as a task, and then complete it. Because if you have FCRA, there is no issue.
Sure.
But you don't have ATG. FCRA is for people where foreign funds can come here. But ATG is required if you want to take even 1,000 rupees from somebody outside. If he demands ATG, you have to give him.
Sure.
If you don't give him,
Sure.
then he will not give you.
Sure.
He will not give you. That is why it's important. It is not a big job. Okay, very simple. Please apply. You have got bank statement. You have got everything in place. FCRA is there in place. 12A is there in place. You will get it very easily. No problem. But apply it immediately.
Sure. Sure.
Okay. Now
we got one thing. We got our ATG and 12 last time only. And can we apply now for FCRA?
Yeah, you can apply. FCRA doesn't require any time limit or something. Even without ATG and 12A also, you could have applied for FCRA. They will not ask you for ATG and all that. FCRA is...
What document actually? What documents they...
No. ATG is not a must. If it is there, it is very good. It is very good. Yeah. FCRA will not insist on these documents for that. Okay. But FCRA is mainly for getting funds from foreign.
Yeah, but what the documents they require actually?
You require ATG 12A is a must. Okay. ATG 12A is a must to get funds from local, that is India.
Yes. Yes.
FCRA is required if you want money from abroad.
Yeah.
Okay, these are the three things
that
you require. Other than this, whatever the other documents that you want, like 35AC and all those things are there, which we will not go for it right now. That is not required. Okay. We will see it later on as you progress. 35AC is different project altogether, different requirement for that. You have to be specific only for that particular project. You have to use that money. You cannot use that money for any other work. And it is and the exemption is also only for that particular project. That cannot be taken as something like ATG is for the NGO. In that you can do multiple programs. Okay, multiple programs you can do and still use the ATG. But in FCRA, in 35AC, you cannot do multiple projects. 35AC is given to only one project. And for that project only exemption is there. 100% exemption is there.
Okay, understood.
Okay, so that is the and in 35AC, what happens is that the moment you have 35AC, you will get calls from lot of scamsters. Lot of scamsters will call you and say that I'll give you 100 crores, I'll give you 50 crores, I'll give you 20 crores, like that they will say, and they want 80% back. They will say, not a single pie will come to you, but you will end up losing money.
Okay.
So there is a racket, there is an underground racket which is going on. The moment they come to know that 35AC has come to you, you will get a call within 1 week. Within 1 week, you will get a call saying that 100 crores आपको मिल जाएगा. अगले हफ्ते आपको बैंक अकाउंट में मिल जाएगा. 80% मुझे वापस दे दो. You will think that 20 crores तो रहेगा मेरे पास. Right? 100 crores में 20 crores हमारे पास रहेगा. 80 crores मांग रहे दे देंगे. कैसे दे पाएंगे आप? The moment 100 crores comes to your bank account, your banker will first seize it. He will inform income tax people कि 100 crores is NGO को मिला है. Now you will get authorities coming to you and they will ask you source of funds. कहाँ से आया ये fund? then you have to declare that so and so person has paid. Okay.
Sure.
If you are able to prove everything in white, the donor, whoever has given this money, it's all perfect, then they will agree, okay, fine, you keep it. Now, when you spend that money, you have to give an account. Okay, how this money is being spent, for what purpose it has come, how you are going to spend money, detailed accounting structure, they will be behind you.
Yeah.
So how will you pull out 80 crores and give it to him? ये तो होने वाला नहीं है. But उन लोगों को क्या है, these things you will not know. So those people, what they want to say is that they will give you this delight, saying that 20 crores आपके पास रहेगा. With that delight, what they will give you, convince you so much. They will ask for project proposal, blah blah, and all those things. You will also give up everything, and then finally, last minute they will come and say, processing fee इतना payment करना पड़ेगा आपको. वो प्रोसेसिंग फी कितना होता है? 5 लाख, 10 लाख ऐसे होता है. Okay, when that 5 and 10 lakhs kind of money is requirement is there, they will say that आप कैसे भी arrange करके दे दो, because you are going to get 100 crores. Many people in this country, many NGOs, they have pledged their land, private lands. They have sold jewelry. Okay. They have borrowed money on interest. Finally, when this money is given to them, they will abscond. They will throw their SIM card out. Okay. They will abscond. You cannot trace them. You go and lodge the complaint. What will you go and say? Who has given you? Who is that person? Give me the details, everything they will ask you. They will, okay, you can register a complaint and go. And the police will take their own time in finding out. Okay. So this is how the market, actually the NGO segment is being exploited by scamsters, because they know that NGOs are in need of money. Okay. So don't get into the trap of that. So that is why 35AC is not urgent now. If at all it is required, it should be for a genuine cause. Okay. Then we can work out something on that. We'll look into that later. Okay. Next, coming to Mr. Arup Sengupta. Yeah. Request you to please explain about your NGO, your project. What has been your experience in the past, and what is your future requirement?
Okay, very briefly, when I was in Airtel, I was looking after Bharti Foundation in Africa and in India. That gave me the foothold to understand poverty, underprivileged, and doing a lot of work with PMKVY, that's the Prime Minister's Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Under Dilip Shenoy was then this NSDC. So that gave me a foothold into understanding, the NGO gambit. So when I retired, I came to Calcutta and opened out an NGO called Notun Jivon. It's registered trust. It has an ATG. It also has a 12AA. It has a 2-year tax, papers are in place. The 3rd year papers have just been submitted to my CA, so that we are 3 years, and then I will go for the FCRA, because I had applied. And I was told that at least a 3-year balance sheet was needed. So keep that aside. Now, what has happened is, when I first started out, my background was working with Mother Teresa.
No, but
so that's the background.
That is correct also. The 3 years balance sheet is required.
Yeah. So my papers are absolutely transparent. I have no problem, so I'll submit it. Right. So what has happened is, and you've seen that I've been getting a lot of rewards for the type of work I'm doing for COVAT. I'll come into COVAT first and then get into what I do. The moment COVAT started, I had to stop my school in the sex workers area, right? And then the money that was coming to, because I'm from the corporate, I was vice president. So I've got a lot of corporate friends and CSR and all that. So I was getting about 7 lakh of rupees just coming to me as a dump, and that, Arup, please do something for COVAT. Unfortunately, the Ampan, cyclone also happened, right? And it's very unfortunate, but whenever there is a disaster, the NGOs that work do get a lot of funds. I mean, it has, it's the wrong way of putting it. But what I have noticed that whenever there is a disaster, and if an NGO can actually genuinely, trustworthily reach out, money then doesn't become a problem for that small period of time. So we got the money and we started getting into Sundarban, right? And we had our own launch, a 2-deck launch. So every day we were taking dry rations and drinking water because saline water, salt water had entered into all the farmlands. And we started doing that for 4 months, and hence the rewards. And thank you, sir, for voting for me. So Better India has suggested that I'm one of the best. Today I got the IPL award. So IPL is treating me as one of the 21 Combat heroes nationally. They are taking us to Dubai, okay, and facilitating us on the field. I have been sponsored by Bangalore, your town, the Royal Challengers. So Virat Kohli will be wearing my photograph, given on his shirt for one match. So all the tamasha, sir, has taken place because thankfully I am in the marketing space. So I knew how to reach out. Now coming to what I do in the NGO. When I first started out in the NGO, we were helping street children who actually sleep in the night on the road. So we used to start work at 10 in the night and start arranging the community kitchen, right? And try and teach them that what is good hygiene with the food that they've got. So wash the vegetables after cutting it and not before cutting it. And I was doing this with Cambridge University. So Cambridge University had sponsored this. So we had mobile kitchens. So we had kitchen on wheels. And, so that's the first thing we did. So I now have 367 children who sleep on the road. Like today, we were out there in the morning giving tarpaulin sheets because they are homeless children and the police and administration do not want any, structures. So tarpaulin sheets, camcords, mosquito nettings. So all of this we do with the street children. So that's one side of it. And so roughly about 2 lakhs is what I need to do it. There's school bags, supplementary food, the supplementary food that is, dates, khejur and all of that. Plus, sir, in the school itself, I have 40 children. And since the school is closed, every week on a Tuesday, we give them dry rations. Right? That's 3 kgs rice, potato, blah, 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 all of that. And 400 sex workers, because sex is no more, it's not an item because there is, everyone is scared. So these poor girls, they are absolutely, running because of starvation. So 400 families we feed. We've taken over, we give them 10 kgs of rice, potatoes and all that.
Now their income is standstill, no? There's absolutely nothing, isn't it?
Absolutely, zero. I mean, sure, one or two do stray in, but there is a huge scare, sir, because I worked with AIDS, in Bangalore itself, MG Road, distributing condoms and all that on MG Road in the night. I've done all of that because I'm a native of Bangalore. So done all of that. But
Corona has been more dangerous than HIV/AIDS.
Absolutely, sir, because the two partners don't want to come to each other. So that's the end of the story. And so we give them rations now. Having done that, sir, so roughly about 6 lakhs was coming in, I was well covered. The reason I have come to you, because I know of you and I need a mentor, is today I can't give them rations for long. And thank you very much for telling Hazra the same thing. That is not our core specialty area, nor am I a rich man, right? And I don't have deep pockets. Correct. So what we are now doing, sir, is I have given them in Sundarban 18 sewing machines I have purchased from funds through the NGO route because I was in Usha myself. 18 machines are there, 6 is in the sex workers area. And I want to now build up this training school because we are now manufacturing masks. Okay, we are manufacturing masks. Right now, my mask I'm freely distributing on the road along with the police of Calcutta, because yesterday and today is a complete lockdown. So that's what we are doing. That's my investment to my state. So that's one thing. But masks we'll be selling because I've already got it in Flipkart. All of that has been organized. Mosquito nets we are making because I distribute mosquito nets free on the road. So roughly about 500 nets at any case I need. My sisters in Sundarban, they are all affected by tigers. They are all the widows of tigers and crocodiles in Sundarban. There is a village called Bidhoba Pada. Bidhoba means widow. So there is an entire village of 200 widows. So we put in 18 machines there, sir. Land has been donated to me by one of them itself, right? Now I have to build a school, hence I need money. Now to build the school, shed, state shed, 18 machines, okay, and my manufacturing unit, I'll be needing, roughly about 2 lakhs of rupees, because it will be semi-cemented and asbestos, which is the culture in Sundarban.
Right.
Along with that, for my school in Darjeeling, I have got a donation of 20,000 USD, which was very expensive for me to bring it in because it's an NRI. Although with that, the banks refused it. I went to RBI. RBI gave me a 1303C. Still, Axis Bank refused it. So now I had to bring that in through PayPal, Western Union, for which, we lost about $1,000 straight away there by way of interest. But I have that 15 lakhs capital now. We are looking at a land in outside Kolkata, 3 bighas. That is where my ashram is going to be, on the same pattern as what Mother Teresa did, is for the dying and the destitute. So there'll be a ward for the ladies and for the gents. Because when I was a TB patient at the age of 16, I was thrown out of the locality because I was TB positive. And Mother Teresa kept me on the street for 4 nights. I lay on the street for 4 nights because I was profusely bleeding. And then she put me to Kurseong and I was cured after 2 years. So I'm indebted. I'm indebted to Ma, as I used to call her. She was not very famous in those days. And so for the dying and the destitute, so with COVID happening, bodies are just disappearing. And if I can give that Ganga Jal or holy water or the Quran book, I think I would have paid back to the nation what I've got for the nation, because I'm very emotional. I'm an idiot, very emotional, and I need a lot of money to do this. The rest of it, sir, is going to be hand in hand with PMKVY, where the swing machine school will happen. And once these girls pass out as per PMKVY, I will see it that they get a swing machine from Usha, which is part of the scheme. And we teach them tailoring and they live in the locality. So that's in a nutshell, Notun Jivon, which means new life. The thing, my secretary who generally sits next to me, she's a single mother who I had rescued. She was badly bruised and beaten up for 18 years. So she was my first police, all of that we did. She's the company secretary and a trustee. So when I die, which I will, she will inherit and become the managing trustee. So 4 years she has been my understudy, like I'm your understudy from today. And she's learned what to do and what not to do. Her father is also a trustee along with us, and a lot of friends from Darjeeling and Bhutan, they are trustees and advisors. So in a nutshell, sir, this is what I do. I need a continuous fund flow. CSR is not happening right now because most of the companies just don't know what to do, because I'm in touch with most of them. The CEOs are friends because we all work together. And you are also a CEO, owner of Remax, so you understand where your pockets are going. and you're trying to, put two and two to four, all of that. But CSR does come to me. I get about 1.5 lakh. And my reason to come to you specifically was that my fund flow has to be at least 10 lakhs a month for me to carry each of my, because I've done my budgets, I've done my spreadsheets, and I've done my the EOP, annual operating plan, for next year also, in fact for 3 years. And I see that unless I don't have between 10 and 15 lakhs, and then I've seen your bank balance, and why not? So that bank balance excites me, because if we have that type of money, then I can go all India. I can go all India, not be specific, because I have my own flat in Bangalore. My daughter's there. I have, my son is in Gurgaon. So we can, we can multiply and grow, and that's what NGOs should do, because social, heart with a business mind is how I look at running an NGO in the corporate way, and I needed support from you. I needed support from you because a mentor guides.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
so that's why
No,
why I'm here, sir.
Yeah.
And
Very
thank you
good.
so
I
very
think-
much.
I think you will definitely, don't call me sir, you call me Sridhar, that's enough. We will.
That's
We are all
out of love.
yeah. Call me
Yeah.
Sridhar, it's okay. Now, you see, two
Yeah.
things you have to do. One is the story that you have said about the where you want to construct one school. They have given the land and all that. It is really amazing, very heart touching. This will definitely bring you funds. Okay. So I want you to write down the concept of yours. Right. You need to write down and give a complete story of how why you have chosen that program. What is the reason for that? Okay. This is apart from, see, there must be one background about you, right? What have you been and all those things. One that should contain at least a paragraph or more, a little more. And post that, you have to give a story about the scenario there, that place, whatever you are talking about. In that place, widows especially, it's a very, very touching story, right? It really will touch everybody. I felt very bad when you said that 200 widows are there. More than how many? 200, right?
200.
200.
See, with
it is called widow.
with Mr. Bachchan,
Huh.
Bidhoba Gram, village of the widows. This is also because Amitabh Bachchan increased the tiger population from 14 tigers. From 14 tigers, it has now gone 100 to 112, and they don't have food. You see, it's very easy to grow tigers, get the tigers back, but they are not getting food, so they kill. They kill, and humans are fishers, Adivashis, they're fishermen. So either the tiger gets them or the crocodile gets them.
Right. Okay, so
either of the two.
This story I want you to write down and keep it ready, okay, for our program that which we are going to do. Keep it ready, and this is very interesting, and we can do that. This is one aspect of it. Second homework that you have to do is, during this 7-day period, you have to now tell about the whole thing in a video. There must be a video shooting to be done. It need not be perfect and all. Don't think about, there must be a professional videographer who should come and tell. All those things are not required. In your house, ask your secretary, just take the mobile and shoot. That is enough. Okay? And you just speak.
Sridhar, Better India did one.
I did one.
Yeah, you saw that. And this thing, in a few days, IPL is coming with their cameras to go back to Sundarban with me, because they will be showing that in each of their matches. Right?
Okay.
So they're bringing it. So I'm getting it free.
So, let them do.
Plus, I have at least 1,000 clippings of videos, which I keep showing in Facebook. You see, because trying to get money from there. So and I'll keep flooding your private mailbox with it also, 4 or 5 of them. So you will then guide me. Is it correct, or do I need to do something else?
All right.
Because I'm a professional cameraman otherwise. So
Right.
that,
Basically,
that is
I want you to do in two languages. One is Bengali.
yes.
One is in Bengali. And the other one in English.
So
In English.
yes,
So these two, if you are ready,
I'm
then
ready.
that will help us build the
Story.
funnel
Story.
for you. Fund funnel we can build.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it for today. I think we have had a brief description about our both of us.
Each one.
Every one of us now know each other now better, right? So tomorrow, when the same time 4 o'clock when we meet up, Sunday we will take off. Then again Monday we will start. Monday to Saturday it will go on.
So
Next to this thing, every day same 4 o'clock. It will be same meeting ID.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
It will be the same meeting ID which I have given you. The same meeting ID you have to log in.
Login. Yes.
That's all. Every day 4 o'clock. So 5 minutes before everybody come over.
Yeah. Sure.
I'll be there sharp at 4 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. See you
Okay,
then.
sir.
Bye.
Okay,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.